What if we could change our past? Let's take this opportunity and share our thoughts.
Almost 50,000 Cubans from the Miami area in Florida are facing deportations,
directly affecting them and their families. Now, this is specifically Cuban-American Trump supporters who thought likely that Donald Trump's policies wouldn't affect them at all. It would only affect people that didn't like Trump, that he didn't like, but not them. Take a look at what Congresswoman Salazar had to say, who is a Cuban-American and a Trump supporter. I'm urging Homeland Security to protect Cubans awaiting legal status adjustment through the Cuban Adjustment Act. Don't penalize them for Biden's screw-ups. Well, I have news for you, Ms. Salazar. This is not Biden who is doing this. This is happening to your constituents, their family members, to Cubans looking to come to America because of Donald Trump. You campaigned alongside him. He told you what he was going to do, and it was going to affect everybody. Now, I, for one, actually feel bad for the people who want to come here and have a better life. But for the people who voted for Donald Trump, this is what you get. Welcome to the find out phase. Hope you enjoy your stay.
The Trump administration has decided not to extend temporary protected status for 350,000 Venezuelans that are in the United States. This means when their TPS expires April 3rd, 2025, they will not be allowed to renew it. We were waiting for today, February 2nd, to see what the Trump administration was going to do because they have about 60 days prior to the expiration to decide whether or not they are going to extend TPS for those that are already protected under the 2023 designation. And it has now been decided that they are going to terminate the program. And it has been determined that those that have TPS that are set to expire on April 3rd, 2025 will not be allowed to extend it. There's another group of people that have TPS that was designated in 2021, and those people have TPS through September 10th, 2025. This is going to leave hundreds of thousands of people in the United States with no protected status, which means if they have a removal order, they will in fact be deported. They will not have TPS to protect them. A lot of them already have pending asylum cases. They also already have cases in front of the immigration court, and they have cases that have been administratively closed because you are allowed to administratively close a case when you're on TPS in front of the courts, but it's definitely going to cause a lot of chaos and a lot of re-strategizing for these Venezuelans.
President Trump, we love you. We will support you all the way to the end. Thank you for everything you've been doing.
We have a message for you, President Trump, from all the way down from the RGB 956. Latinos for Trump here representing. We've been with you since 2016, co-founded Latinos for Trump. We pray for you, and it's time to what?
Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. If you're new here, my name is Vanessa, and kindly consider subscribing if you are a returning subscriber. Thank you so much for being back. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you so much for your love. I don't really take it for granted. So in today's episode, we are going to see how Cubans, Venezuela, Latinos were super excited for voting for Trump. They even composed just an entertaining song, during campaign, which goes like, by this time, they are crying. Like, I wonder, what were your expectations by that time? What were you happy for? What were you voting for? Because some of you are saying that now DT has betrayed them. In which way? Because Donald Trump has said everything that he will do. So by that time that you were voting, you knew what you are voting for. Deportations, tariffs, everything. He meant it before. So let's be honest. By the way, let's just continue watching. All credit belongs to these original creators that we are going to see here. Kindly stay tuned. Just tell me what you think in the comments section. Take your time, watch till the end. Let's meet there. I'll be back with my commentary.
No, it's not funny. It's really not funny. I'm not laughing because it's funny. It's just very ironic and crazy how how can I say this? Throughout the election, I saw so many Cubans, Venezuelan, a bunch of Latinos saying with their whole chest, not voting for Kamala. There was this guy even that he was getting harassed by his neighbor that didn't even want him around, but he carried his Trump flag, proud to vote for Trump. But I just wanted to come out here and let them know and ask if they have seen Trump's plan. Have they seen who Trump have elected to run the immigration and his plan for the mass deportation? He has elected the two most anti-immigrant that he could possibly find. And did you see that he has announced that he's gonna cancel the CBP 1 and the humanitarian parole? Do you know who that affects? Do you know who that affects? Do you know where he's planning on sending you coming January? He actually even warned you guys to pack your bag and save him the time and save you for humiliation. I don't know if you guys are following everything that's happening. I mean, I would hope you'll be following because that affects you directly. But what bothers me is the fact that you truly did not believe that Trump would carry his plan. You did not. And that blows my mind. It makes absolutely no sense for you guys to sit and say, afraid of socialist dictator, and you turned around and voted for one.
Imagine waking up to find that your legal status in the U.S. has vanished overnight. This just happened. Hi, I'm Attorney Jay Francis. I'm a U.S. immigration lawyer serving all 50 states. The Trump administration today has revoked TPS status for over 600,000 Venezuelans, stripping them of deportation protections and work permits. There are two different groups of Venezuelans affected by this new development. More than 300,000 with the TPS expiring in April 2025 now face terrifying reality of deportation in just 60 days. Another 250,000 with a TPS setting to expire in September of this year could also be forced to leave sooner than expected. Without a pending immigration case like marriage green card case or asylum application filed within 1 year of U.S. arrival, many will have no way to avoid expedited removal. This is life-altering decision. If you or someone you know is affected, now is time to act.
As you may have heard, many Cubans with permanent residency may now be facing deportation after having returned to Cuba with their permanent residence card. And this is because when you file for asylum and you are granted asylum, and many of these individuals obtain their permanent residency after seeking asylum successfully, they are essentially saying that they're scared to return to their home country. And so when they did return to Cuba, now they are being flagged for committing fraud. And if in fact you travel back to your home country, whether you're from Cuba or not, if you have asylum granted and you are now a permanent resident, you should be very, very wary of traveling back to your home country and not being placed in secondary inspection when you re-enter the United States. It is obvious that you're going to be flagged, and I've been saying this for many years. You shouldn't even travel back if you are a U.S. citizen and you became a U.S. citizen by way of permanent residency, by way of an asylum granted. At any point, you are subject to a review of that. And if it is determined that you became a U.S. citizen through fraud or a permanent resident through fraud, they can try and place you in removal proceedings to take away your citizenship and or your permanent residency. So let this be a warning for anybody considering returning to your home country after affirmatively and successfully getting asylum in the United States. because this will likely flag immigration and give them a reason to place you in removal proceedings in an attempt to strip you of your status.
Alright guys, coming back to our topic, we all know that Donald Trump, he is the first politician that he never hide his intentions. He's transparent, like whatever he will do, he has said it before. However, you may like it or not, he just said it before. He said, when I become president, I'll do this, I'll do this. So I have seen a girl who was just explaining why they voted for Trump, you know, but now I have realized that they were getting special privilege and did not want other immigrants to get those benefits. What do you think, guys? Just tell me in the comment section. And what I have seen after voting and, you know, campaign period, people started accusing one another, you know, Latinos just blaming our blacks not joining them in this and that, pump colored are just also accusing other, you know, like they are blaming one another, yet they were the ones who voted for this, and they just voted to defeat their benefits, which is just quite funny. We all people who are not true Americans, we are fighting to go to America, you know, for a better life, but we know that this man DT, he doesn't like immigrants, either illegal or legal. He doesn't. Do you remember that time he said he will build a long wall just to block the immigrants coming in the country? So however you may come, don't always be there and feel free, like relaxed as if you have reached in the heaven. No, there is a time. There is a time you will even I'm here and I can bet that there is so many people who just voted for him to get deported because they just wanted to go back home, but they were not able. Am I lying, guys? So even if they just made it for themselves, they didn't mind that it will affect other people that they didn't also wish to go back home. What about those who just voted because of just hatred, because they just wanted others to get deported? And they are also immigrants, but though they are legal immigrants and they just wanted others to be deported, they didn't think far to analyze that probably you have a business, you own a business in USA, and most of your clients, they come from your country, your motherland. So if you just vote for particular people to get deported, also mind about yourself. Also think about yourself, because those people, if they get deported, immediately your customers are gone. Isn't it? Some people are being affected by what they have done. They just made it because of hatred without thinking twice, and the consequences are coming back to them. Honestly, I feel like I have much to say, but let me just give you space and tell me what you think in the comment section. I'll be back in the next episode. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't yet. Leave a like to the video if you enjoyed. Also share it with your friends. Bye.